Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and look at this. We're on time. We are on time for My Hero Academia review, Boku no Hero discussion. And let's get started about some dynamite, god explosion, murder. So let's see how that goes. Because some characters have some good-ass tongue game. What? Pause. Let's go. Welcome, anime lady fans. How you guys doing? LegendDVash as always. SamTheMangaMan down below. The King of Games drinking his coffee, and right there down below with him is JBXclusive from Care for Spoilers. And we're here as always on a weekly schedule for the My Hero Academia discussion. Right, guys? How's everyone doing on this Sunday evening? Afternoon.
Don't ever say that about Deku ever again.
I never said who it was. I just said some characters got tongue.
We all know. Don't say that ever again. No.
Hey, some kids have to grow up, and they're gonna have wives. They're gonna have kids. What happens behind closed doors happens behind closed doors that we don't see on screen. It's not Dojin. It's not a point one. You know what happens off screen.
No, we don't. But you like to find out. You nasty.
Right.
Anyway, how's everyone doing so far?
Oh, great.
You know, life is dynamite, of course.
Yup.
I had to. Yep. I kind of had to.
All right, so let's just get into it. What do we think about the name? Let's just start.
I like it. Better than Ground Zero. Because
I like it
a
better than
lot of
Ground
people
Zero.
wanted Ground Zero for some goddamn reason. Why?
I didn't understand why Ground Zero. Like when we all during the podcast when we all just saw that trending, we were all like, Ground Zero. What the hell is Ground Zero? We all really hope it's not the name because it's just bad.
It makes sense. I just don't like it.
Same.
So you're Ground Zero at a huge explosion, right? So
Yeah.
whenever like a bomb goes off, they would say the people at Ground Zero. I get
That
it, but I
name
don't
would
like
have.
it.
That name I thought would have been pretty badass for Bakugo because I mean Ground Zero is like they're like, all right, we've got Deku, we've got Ignium, we've got lemillion, and we've got Ground Zero. Yo, that would have been sick. But no.
Yeah. Somebody says atomic bomb. Them no. Hori would not be able to do that. That's
He got in trouble. He got in trouble with the whole doctor's name and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So I don't think like he would actually have his name.
I think that's why he shied away from more
But that
explosive,
comedy
like,
name
names.
is amazing. It literally it speaks his character.
It's
It speaks his
Bakugo.
personality.
Yeah,
So
it's Bakugo. It's very
literally-
Bakugo's
It's
like, you know
very
what?
Bakugo.
Actually, I don't care what anybody thinks about my name. I'm picking it, and this is my name now.
And I love it how he gave even the League of Villains gave their own little one-liner.
That was funny.
That was amazing
hilarious.
because how Best Jeanist said how childish, and then Ida said what a mouthful, and then Tijita said disturbing, but then the League said tacky, super tacky. And then
It
Lemillion
really
is just
is.
laughing because he knows about his own name. Like
Well, no, Lemillion likes comedy. And he was like,
Yeah.
that's one of the like values a hero needs is to be
Yeah.
able to bring some kind of like laughter to everything. And I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, you know what, you're right, because in this very serious moment, we all needed a laugh, and I did laugh when I heard
Yeah.
the name.
Me too.
I love what he says. Like a
Yeah.
world without
Mhm.
smiles and humor has no bright future. Like I
Mhm.
love
Mhm.
that.
Right
So
after
I
this,
think it was great.
right after throughout the whole stream, I had to reread some of the stuff I said because I was just laughing way too much. Sam had to help. I was like, yo, bro, you good? I'm like, bro, I'm just laughing. I'm just enjoying the chapter way too much.
Because you were messing up so much, it's like, all right, I'm not understanding what you're trying to say. Let me say this. Okay, now this makes sense. And then like, okay, moving on.
But it just makes sense. Like, great explosion, murder, god dynamite. It is a mouthful. But I hope some people would just call him dynamite for sure.
Yeah,
but
no one's calling him that
Nobody's
whole
calling
thing.
no, nobody. Everybody, he's going to be dynamite. That's what he's going to be.
it is cute though
mean-
because it is homage to his hero that he wants to surpass. Not be like, because people forget that
Yes.
Deku wants to be like him, but now he wants to be better than him. But Bakugo always has said that he wants to be better than the #1 hero. He wants to surpass. That's why he chose not to have it like the same like All Might, but Dynamite. So I love that homage, but also because people
I don't
need
think
to
that's.
remember.
I don't think that's an homage. I just think
It's not.
It's about an explosive, and that's dynamite.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
no, so I mean,
And-
like it's. I think it's different, but like it's so Bakugo. Honestly, if anything else had come out, I would be like, oh well, that kind of. But this is It's Bakugo, and it just shows you how much thought that he gave to it, which was not a whole lot, but just enough, because he's so focused on doing everything else. So
he went from King Explosion Murder to
Yes.
Great Explosion Murder God.
Right.
Dynamite.
Which
There
is
was King to
is
God.
is literally
There was
perfect
also-
for his character.
There was also a Lord Explosion. Like
Yes, there
he always wanted to see him as a whole high tier placement and everything.
Well, I really appreciate Horikoshi for like keeping Bakugo true to him and not trying to
Yes.
conform to be like everybody else in his class.
And
which is
especially
really
when he
great.
just went through a whole near death experience, and you
Yes.
actually see his whole flashback, and I was like, oh man, it felt like death was literally on me, and like everything. But he's still moving, he's still
Death's
fighting,
Door.
he's still a
That was
hero.
insane.
Like he knew that
Well, I
even
mean-
with Death Doors, he needs to continue being a hero.
He was right there in front of Deku. Deku's literally given his entire body to this situation, so he wasn't gonna let Deku show him up.
And he said, "Yo, if legs or arm are useless, let's use tongue." Yo, it's just his mindset. Like, the way he said, "Yo, if my arms are useless, if my legs are useless, what else can I use on my body that can stretch?" He said, "Black whip to the tongue." Like, it's just. I never
mean,
thought.
what else would you do?
Yeah, what else
You
would
know?
you do, Vash? Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. He doesn't have a hair quirk. He couldn't use his hair. he doesn't have laser eyes like I wish he did, so he couldn't use his eyes. You know, so
Well, he could use
Or
his.
or code breath or anything like that.
right, exactly.
I was cool with it because I mean I grew up watching Dragon Ball where people shoot energy beams from their
the
mouth.
Like
So it's
that was like
yeah,
everybody's
sure.
that was everybody's go-to thing for a long time in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just funny how I love it. I'm curious now to see what other homage to his classmates he used, because
Yeah.
Ochako, he uses his float, he used her as a reference, and now Floppy with the tongue game, and then with other characters like with Ida.
well, I mean, in the specific flashback, they show what Ochako, Froppy, and Sero.
Yeah,
so it's
Sero.
like,
Sero,
yeah,
Black
those are the people he
And plus
trained
be-
with for Black Whip.
And plus, before he used Ida for his full cow, right? That's what you
Full cowling, yeah.
Full-
yeah.
yeah.
Well, actually, really for his shoot style.
Yeah, shoot style. That's
yeah.
the one. That's the one. So I'm really curious to know what other characters he's gonna use a reference, because we also have the acid girl. I forgot her name.
He's not gonna use anything from Mina. No,
Mina?
you don't think
No.
no.
Like, and he talked about fighting style maybe, so that'd be pretty interesting as well.
I mean,
Maybe-
if anything,
maybe-
it'd be like the dance moves, but I doubt it.
Maybe the projectiles. Maybe to throw names. Maybe I don't know. It could
Nah, he
happen.
learned the projectiles from All Might. You
Yeah.
know, that's
Oh,
just
yeah,
with the
yeah,
pressure.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
So,
air
I
pressure.
don't think he's gonna take something from everybody in his class just
No,
to
you don't
prove
think
that he's
so?
close to. No,
That's
I don't
true.
think so.
I mean,
Yeah,
just the
like-
ones that fit too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
literally just the ones that fit. So
It'd be really weird if his other quirks is also connecting to like with Mina, Minata, and all the other stuff. It'd be we could see it, but it would kind of be slightly weird of how you want to use your own super
But then-
projectiles.
But then it kind of makes
I mean,
sense.
he did so sparkling. So no, he did learn something from Aoyama, and it's just about how to like contain and like concentrate your quirk. He did learn
That's
it from
true.
Aoyama.
About the
So-
egg thing that he told him about it.
Mhm.
But Sam, to go back to what you're saying, it kind of works with Ray Theory that if he uses other people's quirks in a way, because with Ray's theory that he said about last week is that what happened is Deku gives the quirk to everyone in the world. Like that's what happens with Ray Theory last time. Like so maybe it could work in a reference to kind of.
I didn't say
foreshadowing.
everybody in the world. I just
Yeah.
mean people that he's working with at
Yeah.
the time.
Yes, that's what's sorry.
So
it could
it's
work,
like
possibly.
we'll see. We'll see how that works. 'Cause I would love for them to kind of share that quirk to kind of give them enough power to help him fight. But who knows? I don't know. I'm just really curious to see what happens to Todoroki. It's time for Todoroki's training / redemption arc, because
Yes, dude.
Todoroki has taken the most damage, both physically and mentally in this fight. So
Like, up close and personal.
I need Todoroki's come up to happen now. Like it's got to happen. Like this is
Yeah.
it. This is the like I want to see it. Like Horikoshi, you're building him up to be your third best main character. It's time. Like we've been seeing Todoroki take a back seat for way too long.
Yeah,
And
I
again,
want
right here-
him to be the one to bring Toya into custody.
Yep, I do too.
Well-
I really do.
One thing I'll give props to the art. James said in our group chat. Ray said it as well on Twitter. The
So
art in this
good.
chapter was amazing. Like this double spread when it first happened in page 8 and 9, literally it
Bro.
just stunned me how much he added to that panel. But so much is happening when the Jide popping up, and also Bakugo and Ida even saying like, "Yo, I cannot keep my eyes off you," and then Hanejiri commented about our boy Miro, saying like, "Oh, yo, I'm glad you're here," and like, it's nice to have the all three, like the big three of Sun Eater, and Hanejiri, and Miro on all battlefield now. So that's pretty dope.
We ain't seen Sutter in a long time, so we don't know.
Yeah.
But man, that spread was gorgeous.
It was.
I
Yes,
loved
it's amazing.
it.
I
I'm
think
like,
he was going so hot enough where he's actually melting his own staples as well. It looked like he's melting his own staples too.
He is. He like Dobby's burning up literally, and like I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that Shoto even tells him. He's like,
Yeah.
you know, you're burning up. So I feel like that was one prediction that we talked about with the chat last time. Is that if anything, Toya might just burn up here, but I don't think so. Like I think it's like this was Deku literally saving him first of all, which is still crazy to me. That Deku's like, nope, saving everybody, including you and Shoto.
Because he said like, hey, that's my business because he's my friend. But to add about that panel, that panel, I wish it was a double spread, but just that panel itself, page 13 about Dabi, it looks amazing. But the way, also if you think about it, Dabi hugged his brother for the first time in a long time. Even though it was hurting him, I think that.
I mean, I think
that was intentional.
Of course,
that was intentional.
That's the irony.
Hey, bro, let's hug it out.
That's literally the irony. He's like, I'm going to hug you to death in front of our father, essentially. Like that's what it was.
The whole monologue of him saying, "So your best prize son, a whole perfect son that you always wanted, is gonna get killed by the son that you never wanted, that experimented and everything on." And like it's just he wants to play the whole irony, homage, and everything. So like this is so Dabi, honestly, too.
I will say that the end of this chapter, though, and I mean not to jump too far ahead, is like the most like I don't know what happens next we've had in a while.
That is
because
true.
Makia is down.
Yeah.
The sedative finally worked.
The sedative, I mean, not just the sedative, but Endeavor was able to like knock him out because of the sedative.
Give a good uppercut too for it. Like he said, like
he took a lot of. He was also bleeding. He was bleeding more though. I think.
He was. Endeavor was already like really torn up. Like, and he was already close to his limit. We like he's already at his limit. We've known that.
This is all.
He had to plus ultra. Yeah, exactly that. He literally had to plus ultra because he literally see his son burning. He literally see his student right now, his mentee Deku doing tongue gaming. They're just like, yo, I see everyone going above their limits.
I'm gonna need you to stop calling it that.
Yeah, you gotta stop.
Deku was a child, you freak.
Black lip tongue. Is that better? Black lip tongue?
Sure.
Endeavor was definitely motivated because of Deku, what he said. Like he wasn't a great person, but he's getting better. He's trying. It is my business in this, and it's like I need to like do better. This is not the time for me to get shocked. I need to be there to be the hero that I need to be better for.
I mean, so it really made me happy that Deku was like, he has literally been trying to be better than he was, and that's what's important. That's what makes him a hero now. He didn't stay the same. He's tried to grow. He's tried to change. I was like, this is exactly the other half of this that we needed the entire time, because the past will try and come and get you when you've done stuff like this. But you got to remember, if you're trying to be better and you have changed, you are better than you were. It's just that, that was who you were in the past, not who you are now. And I love that Deku and Horikoshi brought that up, because I'm like, that's really important. You got to show that too.
It's huge because it shows Endeavor's faith. Like he was broken down. Like we said it for the past couple of weeks, for the past month, he was broken down. But Deku gave him that shimmer of light. Like Shoto was doing that for him, but Deku's words is what really got him into
well, I mean, he reminded him.
Yeah.
He was like,
Shit, you're
no,
right.
I have been working really hard for myself and for my family, and like to have his past immediately, his worst sin brought before him immediately. Literally. Yeah, shook him to the core. But it was our boy Deku who was like, hey, yo, you still gotta be a hero, okay? Mm-hmm. You got to do it.
just watching his own son, watching his mentees fight reminded him again, you have to be the number one hero, dude. You have to fight. Like, you have to separate all of the emotions you're feeling right now, fight, and then wait for the fight to be over to then deal with these issues.
And I think he did move, because he's like, you know what? I also have to save my son now that I know he's back.
Yes.
So, God, it was so good.
But now the question topic that the timeline everybody's asking about, lemillion. We find out by Erie. How do you guys feel about that, James? Right.
That's perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah. I'm not, like, what did you expect her to do? Just sit and be like, oh, I don't know what to do. I need somebody to know. I'm so glad that they was like, no, I want to help the people who help me, so I'm going to practice as hard as I can to like help them out. Because she was like, what did she say? I was doing this for you. Yes. Literally, and I almost cried because I'm like, yes.
The only reason why she's in UA.
Beautiful.
This is
beautiful. I mean, this is what we expected. Like Lemillion pretty much says, it's been 6 months. This is what she's been training for. You know what I mean? So this is going to be amazing to see what else she can do when she starts to actually master her quirk.
I think that this confirmed to me that I feel like we can kill the time travel theories. I think we can kill them.
Yeah.
Like those are, I think all those, I think this chapter killed those theories. And I really do hope so, because it's just rewind. It's not time. It is just like I'm really happy. Like I was like, ooh, thank goodness you confirmed that her coach, because like really we thought that she was his ultimate trump card for anything he decided to do. Now we know she's not. She has what she does, and that's it. And I love that. So I
really appreciate that, because I don't want another Dragon Ball situation.
Me too.
It's like, oh, none of the stakes matter because we can just use the Dragon Balls to fix anything. Oh, the Dragon Balls can't do it. There's the Super Dragon Balls.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Like the stakes have to stick.
So, and I mean,
you have
like,
to deal with these choices and
I think we're about to learn that because she's learned how to control the power. I don't think she's going to be able to store up enough power in her horn like she did now, because she can kind of control the flow of it. To where she can heal somebody like she healed Mirio.
So question is, do you think she's gonna do the same thing to Deku's arms and legs?
We're thinking so. I really think so. Like honestly, I truly think so.
Yeah, because I'm happy we're on the same page. We all agreed that this was right and redeemable, and
but then it might take a while too, because from the horn, it's literally what's 9 scales, and then literally to bring back Mirio took up to 6, and now she's down to 3 on her horn.
What I'm hoping is the nurse heals Deku as much as she can, and then Eri
I think that they're gonna get to the nurse and she's gonna be like, look, I can't heal you.
Yeah, like anymore. Bro, you are broken.
And so they're gonna have to, like, Deku's gonna be out of commission for a while. And then so like they're gonna have to wait for Eri to build up that strength again. And who knows how long that'll be. I guess it'll be 6 months that Deku's gonna be out of commission.
You know, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because with Deku out of commission, this gives Bakugo a chance to surpass Deku. And then Deku has to and Shoto. So Deku has to then fight to get better to then surpass them again.
So then, I love this flip of the coin, because then who on the villain side steps up while Shigaraki and Makia are out of commission?
Well, cause I think, I don't know if it's gonna be Dabi, especially in this condition right now.
I think they're gonna capture him. I think they're gonna capture him.
Yeah, but then like, would it be bad if it's Toga? I think it would be pretty interesting.
Redestro.
Yeah,
what happened if Redestro or Splinter? I think it's Redestro Splinter.
Spinner. I don't think
Spinner.
No,
that's what I meant.
I'm thinking Mr. Compress.
Yeah, because Spinner doesn't care. Spinner follows Stain's
he literally
ideology,
exactly.
And Stain doesn't follow the league.
So until he adopts Shigaraki's ideology, I don't think I don't know. Spinner still is the one piece that doesn't truly fit for me. I feel like he's the heart of the group, which doesn't make him the leader of the group, if you ask me.
Yeah, I want to know what his future is going to be, because he does not actually align with the League of Villains at all, which is why Stain didn't join them.
He's
basically just like one of their really good friends. Like he's really good friends with these folks, and that's why he's with them.
He kind of really reminds me of like the guy from Goodfellas. It's just like he's gonna end up maybe betraying the group one way or another, because he's not gonna really join.
Because he probably don't agree with that.
He loves them too much. He will not betray this group. That's one thing about Spinner that I feel like he's the most loyal of that entire group. That won't happen.
But what happened if they go so dark in that route that Spinner be like, wait, I did not sign up for this. Like I didn't agree with this. No.
Because as we talked about, Hero Society has fluctuated and like lost a huge chunk of its like ideology.
It's been saturated.
And so now he's like
the title.
Yeah, exactly. And so now he's like, I'm pretty sure Spinner will be like, okay, well now it's our turn to be the heroes, quote unquote. So I'm like, nah, Spinner's gonna stay with them. He ain't gonna do nothing for them.
But to end my last thoughts about what you guys said about the Eri and everything, I'm happy that we all agree on the same page, because on the timeline, a couple of content creators and a couple of the fans and everything were saying that this fell out of left field. But I'm like,
no, it's not.
And that's what bothers me, because people
will
make
the most sense entirely.
But things people said is like this was no training. I'm like people get like we spoke about before about Black Whip like 4 or 5 months ago. Now people's like, oh, but we didn't see her training for her quirk. I'm like,
Mirio
they literally
literally
show it.
says it. It's been half a year. She's been training for 6 months.
And
we don't have to. We don't have to see everything happen on a page.
And plus,
like
why
we can like if you just assume that the world continues to go on outside of the panels that you're seeing, you'll understand that he's built an entire world that still functions outside of what you're just seeing because we're seeing multiple perspectives at the same time.
They are missing they are missing important panels and text. Mirio just said you've been trained for 6 months and then you've been practicing on bugs and this is for the past 2 months.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying though. It's just like you just like know that the world keeps moving. That's what makes the story so good. The world keeps moving outside of what we're seeing.
Nothing stops.
That's the world that he's built. And
that to me is beautiful because we see Eri evolving and improving on her quirk and improving as a character. Because why do we need to see her struggle when after this arc everybody's gonna be depressed? Eri, other people, because of what they have lost in this arc. Characters lost limbs.
They don't know what they want. It's like,
they don't.
So you're saying you would be completely okay if there was 4 straight chapters of just Eri training. You didn't
would have been so mad.
Else. You didn't see the rest of the fight. Like, 4 straight chapters of just Eri training. For what? That's not pacing. What are you talking about?
Why do we need to see her sad? Why do we need to see a kid being sad because she can't use a quirk? Well, because she already was depressed with overhaul. Why do we need to see her sad more? We want to see her happy.
This story at its core is still about hope. Okay, that's what it is. Like, and so whatever. Y'all just don't like stuff. You just like to like Abby said in chat. You just like to react, and I'm not paying attention to y'all. You just like to. It's all reactionary commentary. It's not critical, so I don't care.
It's not even like you have to interpret what the timeline was. They tell you that it's 6 months.
They literally just said it.
What are you even reading the chapters, dude?
Whatever. And I'm like, these are the people who are like, well, I'm not gonna get into it, but whatever. Still, it's
whatever.
Like,
anyways,
yeah.
So anyway. I wanted to ask, with Eri's powers, she rewinds the time. So is this like the Mirio that's from Overhaul arc in a way?
So I think that this is I don't think it's rewind time. I think it's rewinding like probably like even like your DNA.
I was just gonna say she's rewinding.
She's rewinding the cells back to when they were like the best potentially, or like to a certain time. I don't know if she has control of that, but I really think it's just like it's more like people based.
Because like Miguel brought up a good point.
What I should say.
Miguel brought up a good point. Like, was Mirio also weight training and other stuff too during the 6 months while Eri was training?
Remember when we first saw him right after Overhaul when he was working out in the hotel room?
Yes. I'm wondering if does Eri winds it back, or it's just like you said with the DNA he should still keep his physical strength within the 6 months, but it's about the quirk that he gets back.
It's more like cellular regeneration at the top level.
Okay.
It's because what exactly Mirio said to Deku right after Overhaul. Because Deku asked him, "Are you okay with your quirk?" And Mirio said that I'm okay with the quirk because I know in the future I'll be a great hero, just like Night Eye said. And he also said that I might get my quirk back in the future because of Eri. So he knew that's why he kept training. That's why he kept working out, because he knew one day he would need to have his quirk and be in top shape. Because if he didn't work out, he would not be able to do what he did.
Well, I mean, let's be real. I mean, like Night Eye didn't tell him that specifically, but he had hope that this was what was going to happen. You know, he was like, I'm not going to quit because I lost. It's like I still have hope because Night Eye gave it to me. Yeah, it's his dying words.
He did his dying words. He was like, "Yo, I still see you as a great.
You're gonna be a great hero, exactly." And that's why he cried. I'm pretty sure as well.
Yo, but then that flashback of him saying that he kept traveling through his permeation, right? I'll be laughing to know that throughout the whole time he kept going through the ground. He kept saying, "Power, power." He just kept going through the whole time, just traveling through the ground. That would be hilarious.
Like, we could also say like he had to literally travel with permeation, and like that's gonna also like.
That's another miss for me, bro. Nope.
So we also have to at least know that permeation from the Night Eye agency all the way to the villa, the location, has to at least take a little bit of his strength and energy from him. Can we say that at least too?
No,
that's a distance.
No, I feel like that's the easy part for him.
That's traveling.
We can't forget how hard Mirio worked to make his quirk work for him.
Yeah,
he's like, so basically Mirio is one of those people who's almost damn near perfected his quirk, and so like he can do what he needs to do with his quirk.
Do you think
know?
he has unlocked quirk evolution yet for his quirk, or do you
No.
think no? Right?
Well, it's hard to like. What's really would be his evolution though?
Exactly. Nope. Like unless he could be like
If he is he going through people's body like how
not just,
like
I mean he could already do that
Yeah,
though.
he
So
can
what
do
I'm
that
saying, like
already,
like I feel like an evolution for him would just be permeation at like a stable state where he can be on the ground fighting and not being able to be touched at the same time. That makes him damn near invincible, but I don't think that happens.
Yeah, I
So-
was gonna say the only quirk evolution would be able if he can activate it without going through the floor at the same
Exactly.
time. or other objects.
like Miss Martian kind of fighting in a way.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, all right.
It's like more like phasing, just
Yes.
constantly.
Mhm.
Yes. Which would be sick, but I don't think that's how the quirk works.
That would make him too OP, honestly.
it would make him invincible.
Yeah.
Literally untouchable, actually. But no, I feel like that one of the biggest points of this chapter for me is the Endeavor being brought back into reality by Midoriya. That made me really, really happy. I'm like, thank you. Like, thank you for moving. Like, because I was like, I can't just have you sitting there like a vegetable this entire time. Like, you gotta do something. And so Midoriya's motivating words got him. And I'm like,
It
good.
also helps to know that other people believe in you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like
it's
it
such an
was.
important thing.
I think that's what it was. It was like somebody does still believe in me and what I've built up, and so it's gonna be a long road of redemption for Endeavor. But I think it's gonna work out.
One thing I'm curious about. Did we notice Shoto did not use his ice quirk against his brother, or did you think he didn't get the chance because
Remember, he was
got
using
his
it
brother too
to
hot?
cool up Endeavor before, and now like
Well, I mean, not just that. I feel like Toya's
Right.
flames are too hot.
Yeah, but
yeah,
that's why
that
okay.
too.
He has it. Well, because remember he's. This is the problem with Todoroki is because he has options. He couldn't just focus on one. He was trying to work on both. So one, they're like probably like even now. But when before, remember his ice was his most powerful because that's all he was using.
Yeah.
So maybe it's more balanced now. So he wasn't able to combat the flames with his ice because his ice isn't as strong as Toya's flames. It's just not.
No, yeah,
Not
that's
right
that's
now,
what I
anyway.
see.
Yeah, not right now. Yeah.
And can fire fight against fire in that kind of like that kind of picture in a way? Can it?
From when we know, blue flame is stronger than red flame.
Of course, no. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not like he could also like use fire himself to actually break off from.
Well, we know that his flames aren't as hot as Toya's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
It's
I mean,
that,
and also
and
we've
it's
also
that, and
we've al-
it's
Go
also
ahead,
the
James.
stamina game too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like who can hold out the longest? That's really what it's about. Like who's gonna burn out first?
But
Well,
thing is,
Dabi.
who's
Well,
gonna
Dabi
burn
was
out-
willing to kill himself really
what
with
it
the
is.
flames too. So
Like, who's gonna burn out the longest? I mean, like burn out first. But thing is, who cares? Because Shoto wants to save himself and his brother. Dabi just wants to see destruction. So if he dies in parish, he don't care because he already did what he wanted to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Toya is gonna be locked up, and Endeavor is going to make it his business to try to redeem his son, and it won't ever happen.
Yeah.
But that'll be another way for Endeavor to try to atone for everything he's done.
Because I mean, at this point, I think Horikoshi's already built up Dabi as his Joker-like villain, which is irredeemable. You can't redeem him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's done.
I'm very happy with that.
It's far too late for that. Like he even himself, he said like, it's far too late for anything.
I was talking to somebody the other day, like I was in chat, and they were like, they didn't like a certain character in the game because they didn't get redeemed. Not every character
Character
or
needs to be
person
redeemed.
needs to be redeemed.
Yep.
Or is capable of
That's
being
exactly that's what I'm saying. Like
Exactly,
that's
yeah.
real life. Some people just are irredeemable.
Yeah.
Like so, that's
just
fine.
like it's just like there's good and evil. There's always good inside evil, and there's always evil inside good. That's how it's yin and yang. There's always some type of percentage to go with it.
So, in chat, somebody said, "Why Shindo?" in reference to the rankings.
Oh,
We will talk more about that on Wednesday podcast. If you guys really want to know
Yes,
about
yes.
topics,
I'm just gonna say real quick though, don't nobody care about Shindo.
if you guys don't know, if you guys are watching for the first time, Roger Bates is coming back to our show this Wednesday podcast on Wednesday the 9th of December 2020, and we'll be having 2 topic segments. For the first hour or the second hour, it will be solo leveling conversation, and second will be My Hero 6th annual character poll, our opinions, and we'll be doing our own as well. So for those that want to check that out, the podcast is this Wednesday at 9th the day.
Yeah, we're
And
gonna be
then-
doing our top 20 characters in My Hero.
Mhm.
So
Top 20. It's gonna be
stay
wonderful.
tuned
So
for that.
another good question is: you guys think Corey will have Eri feel sad or regret that she has used the power to heal all? She has the power to heal all those people, but she can't because she hasn't.
She has a
just used
limit.
it all on Mirio. Exactly.
Yeah.
She has a limit, and I feel like her being around all those people that she's around, I think they've probably instilled in her that you're not going to be able to save everyone,
Yeah,
but you do what you can. And by healing lemillion, you saved a ton more people.
Yes.
So I feel like there's a lot more. To that.
Also, I don't think Eri can like bring back limbs. Like, I mean, like
We
if
don't
it's
know-
like
we
cut
don't know
off
that.
or
I'm
like
about to
that.
say, if you
We-
can't
we
say
don't
that,
know
you
that.
Actually,
don't
actually,
know.
wait.
No,
Oh
actually,
my god,
she
you
literally
can.
did that with
She
the
can
lizard.
with the lizard. They're like, wait, you can. Oh,
I'm about to say,
Oh.
and Sam,
Yeah.
did you not see her bandages on her arms and legs when
Mm-hmm.
she first went to Deku? She revived her limbs.
Yeah,
It
she
just
did.
wasn't
That's
explicitly
true.
because remember it's a shonen
that's
show.
true. Okay,
But if it was like Tokyo Ghoul Sunday, they would have shown it in the manga that
Mhm.
she was literally
but then
without
that's
legs
gonna
and
take.
arms.
But again, it's gonna take too long of a time, especially when there's so many people with like injury,
Yo.
and Aizawa no longer has his leg, and like a whole lot
it
of
is what it is. Like that
Exactly.
is one of
Yeah.
the biggest, most important lessons that a hero can ever learn. You
Mhm.
cannot save everyone.
And
It just
also
is what it is.
additionally, but remember what we know about Compressed, who lost an arm? He got a robot arm.
Mhm.
Eraser could get it. Mirko could get it. It's probably
biotic arms and
yeah.
stuff, biotic leg, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
very, very possible.
But
'Cause
like I
remember-
said, we have Eri. It might not happen all at the same time because we know that she has a
Yeah.
limit. But who
Mhm.
knows? We'll
But-
see.
Yeah, because remember when we saw a cover page of this year about Mirko having a robot arm? That was probably foreshadowing her that she might get that.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Probably.
I'll be totally fine with that. So that'd be pretty exciting.
I mean,
Uh,
yes and no, but it is what it is.
I actually want to bring this up too because when we actually thought they would all League of Villains would escape with Gigamachia, but now Gigamachia is kind of like lost the strength, or he's kind of
Gigamaki,
down.
he's out. He's literally
Yeah.
he's knocked
So
out.
how do you think that they're gonna escape, or some of them escape?
They're about to be overwhelmed, and I had this. This is something I've been waiting on for a minute because I was like, Toga still has to come into play,
Mhm.
and Toga wants to save her friends.
Right.
And I think we see the Sad Man's parade.
Oh,
What's
Yeah,
funny,
bro.
Chad? What's funny? Chad literally said Toga is gonna show up and rescue the league.
I have
and the
been waiting.
mercenaries
I've been
said
waiting for
same
this.
thing.
Yep. I think that we see. I think we see Sad Man's parade, and it's gonna be like, holy,
Oh my
like
gosh,
what?
yo.
And then so they're gonna have to dip, real quick. So
Wow.
basically, to let them know that
Davi's power with Toga's quirk. Oh my god.
but I think Toga would be the most like drained from using this quirk, wouldn't it? Or
I mean, we don't know.
Doesn't
I don't know
apply.
I don't know the extent of her quirk now that we've seen her evolution. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's
I think
twice his ability. Just for people who are like not sure. Like that's
remember
twice
when
his
he makes a huge parade duplicate
was-
of himself?
that might
was
not be the
happening-
exact. That might not be the exact name, but yeah, that's twice his ability.
It was Sadman's parade. Yeah,
it?
that's what it's
Okay.
what called. Yeah.
Yeah, this was in the Liberation arc around chapter 230 around there. So for
Mhm.
those that are curious about it, that's when it happened. When he was
And that is
fighting-
like that's why twice is dead. Like they could not let that quirk stay
he's
on
too
in play.
powerful.
It was too powerful.
Yo, if
So-
Twice was in this battle, oh my god, this battle.
I mean,
so
no,
different.
that's what this battle would have ended a long time ago. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was like there was no. That wasn't happening, but I feel like Toga's gonna use his quirk or somebody else's quirk to save them. Like it doesn't have to be Twice's, but
But right, I
shooting
100%,
somebody's.
I 100% agree with what you're saying. Earlier, I don't know where we're going after this. Like,
I don't. I like this
is-
was the first chapter where I was like, well, shit, I don't know what he's gonna do now. Like I don't know what's gonna happen next. Like there's no way he just gives us as a W to the heroes. Like there's no way. Like we
No.
just got a bunch of real like small W's in comparison to everything else, but there's no way
It
they
does-
really truly come out of this on top.
It does not equal to the big L that they just took right now. No,
Mhm,
like you
mhm.
can't. There's no.
I mean,
there's no
but I was
coming
really
in.
happy to see that our other students are okay. I was glad to see that Kirishima
Yeah.
and Momo and Mina and them were fine. Sero looks like he's pretty.
He knocked
injured.
out, but he should be
So,
okay.
I
It looks like
don't
he's
know
just
yet.
knocked out.
We don't know that. So, but yeah, it looks very interesting.
I'm curious to know if one of the class that's not that popular, maybe Shindo or any other characters that probably die. That'd be pretty interesting as well.
We'll see.
'Cause-
yeah, I mean, I don't think so, but we will see.
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll
because
see.
we do know a
They
lot
did
of
their
pro
job.
heroes.
They
I
pack.
mean, but let's be real though. He wouldn't kill one of those kids off screen.
Exactly.
Nah.
Like
Yeah.
Well, he
would-
did kill a lot of the pro heroes.
And we don't know many of the pro heroes.
But we saw
exactly.
that happen though. But we also saw that it happen
too.
So
yes,
we
all
literally saw Shigaraki dust them. So
we literally saw Crust dying.
It's about the future of heroes.
Exactly.
We're gonna see pro heroes die because they need to be replaced by everyone at UA and all of the other schools.
Damn, poor Crust and the Cape dude that was just pointed.
See, the point that you called him Cape Dude is like, yep.
That was the point because one, I really did not remember his name, and two,
Wasn't his
that's
name
what JoJo
Exless or something like that.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it was Exless.
Yeah. Like we
he had like Cyclops' powers and whatnot.
Not even.
Not even.
Still,
No,
his name is Cape Dude because he served one purpose: to give Shigaraki a cape, and that's it.
and after that, Shigaraki lost the cape because of Endeavor and plus Deku. So like, damn.
So Andrew brings up a fun point in this. Deku's still not alone. You cannot save everyone. Even last time he kept saying no one to save that. And you know why? Because Deku has the capability to save everyone. Nobody has as much power as Deku currently. And he's going to feel that way for a very, very, very long time. I feel like I'm kind of okay with Deku not realizing that because he is a shonen protagonist with a ton of power. Like he has so much strength, and there was a time where All Might literally did save everyone. So like he has this impossible standard to reach because the impossible had already been done.
Yeah,
which, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he's still a kid, man.
Exactly.
He still has a lot.
I want him to have
learn,
that hope.
You know?
Exactly. I want him to learn that still. Like if that's the harshest lesson he have to learn, it's gonna make for great storytelling. So
And plus,
we'll see.
It's exactly like you said. The story is about hope. And Deku's the MC, and he needs to give hope for himself and his students, just like he did for Endeavor. He gave hope for his mentor, and he did surpass his Plus Ultra moment.
Like I said, I love there can't be more than one character that has blind optimism. Like, and Deku is our blind optimist, and it makes me really happy. So
any more thoughts?
No, I think I'm good.
I'm
good on this one. I just want to see where it's gonna go. It's like, does this mean that we're gonna pick up with Mina and the rest of Class 1B and everyone else? Like, where do we go from here?
Well, I just think it's time for the League of Villains surprise characters to show up now. We got Lemillion and Jeanist show up for the heroes. Who's about to show up for the villains?
It has to be Toga. It has to be, it has to be Toga or the other people of the Liberation Army. I forgot what's the whole name.
I want to see the other lieutenants.
I wonder if it's that other ice dude.
Yeah, I think it might be the ice dude.
Like,
maybe. I don't know.
What was he doing the last time we
exactly? He was in the big villain fight. That was it.
Those people were all fighting against the other pro heroes at the villa. So
At
they
the
were
villa.
all fighting at the Hotel Nerd. So they were all fighting each other
Before Makia basically tore up and ripped up out of there, and then that threw everything into chaos. So who knows what happened then?
So we honestly don't know about that. So Ray James is right. We can actually go bring those other side villains and bring them in. And everything to this, so this would be pretty interesting because we have Toga, the other ice dude that people could say that this could be connected to the whole Shoto family as well.
No, that was just a fun speculation.
That was just speculation.
That was like a fun like headcanon thing, but like I think that might complicate it a little too much. I don't know. Horikoshi can do whatever he wants. I'm just here for the ride, bro. So, but I don't think that'll happen.
I will say, I do think Makia is going to be out for the count for the next couple of arcs.
You think so?
I don't think we're going to see him for a while.
Well, I mean, like that's their big weapon. That's the secret weapon.
But how do they run away? Like, is there gonna be a huge helicopter that's gonna be just bringing them up or something? Like
that's why
I see that the gate cork is about to be used.
But,
the portal. Shigaraki himself.
He has to have it,
have
right?
a portal moment.
Yep.
Yeah. Because remember, like he has the original All for One quirk, so he should have
All for One can still activate any of the quirks.
I was just gonna say, I still think All for One takes over Shigaraki, activates the quirk, and just teleports
Gets him out of there.
Out of there. Especially since Makia is out of the picture.
Yep.
Yeah, so he can't do nothing. So that has to be it, where they actually have to escape somehow because if there's a helicopter or something, people will see what direction they're heading, so they cannot just really escape. They have to be teleporting.
And I mean, how easy would it be for our heroes to destroy a helicopter? Like, it would be so easy for any one of them to just destroy it.
Compress could just
use Black Whip.
Yeah, it's true. He could just he could grab it.
Compress could just put some of the villains. Or
I mean, in
into
Nigeria,
a boat.
I'm about to say in Nigeria's there, like she can, yeah, no.
Fly.
Yeah, they would never get away.
Imagine.
But
Let's see.
But then I can see they can probably get Gigamakia to escape if Compressed use it on Gigamakia though, just so that they don't take him.
It's possible, man, but I think
Because if they take Gigamakia, they lost their secret weapon.
I don't think that they
Hold
can
up.
keep Maki anywhere though.
But I just thought about what happened if Miro's Quirk Evolution makes him fly, where he could go through the air. I'm just thinking like far-fetched, I know, right?
You can think as far fetched as you want, but I'm no.
Ray, you bring up a really good point, but I hope that the Hero Society and the police were a lot smarter, knowing that Makia exists, that they would have something.
I mean,
that could
maybe,
hold him.
man, but yeah, but I feel like maybe the sedative is going to work, and that's why they basically going to have him for as long as they do, because the sedative just worked.
It just took a long time for it
It took
to.
a long time.
He's a big dude, so it makes sense. He's like,
And
Yeah.
and he did a whole workout literally just running through too. So
I mean, yes, he did destroy many cities.
exactly.
So yes, he's a little tired, but no, I'm like,
and did we say that he had like a cold or something? Like he was sick or something because he
said that?
sneezed? I don't
Who
know.
said that?
As I remember,
not sneeze, but it showed that of the whole sedative working because he sneezed
Oh,
in the
okay.
panel, because it's with the kanji. Somebody said that is for sneezing or coughing, so people said that that's probably the sedative showing that it's actually working in
I mean-
that's the chapter.
I mean, maybe he was allergic to it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
kill him by allergies. Damn, that must suck.
I mean, I'm dying by allergies.
Yeah, me too.
honestly.
I'm about to say, Sam. Sam, I've heard you sneezing in my crib because of
Mm-hmm.
allergies. So I'm like, what you mean?
But you died. I mean, like, did I die though? Did I die?
I mean, you might. You better be careful.
But other than that, any more thoughts, theories, any speculation of next week's chapter or something like that?
No, I feel like we either it's time for scene change, or we go back to the villa, or we get to see who shows up to help the villains, or what
Agreed.
happens here. So,
Mhm.
Agreed.
Great.
time to disengage.
All right, so any comments before we go, guys? Let us know. If not, we're about to bounce. So, guys, thank you guys for watching. Comment down below, like the video, subscribe, press the bell notification, and see you on
Down
the
below.
Black Clover stream and also on the Roger Bay's stream of the 6th annual character poll on Wednesday. Take care, guys.
No breaks next week.